It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Crazy.
No, that's not what it is at all. Welcome. Good morning.
Good afternoon, good evening. Good
whatever it is.
Buenos dias.
Whatever it is. But no,
Buenos
that's not what it
tardes.
is, Helen, not at all. Interesting day. We have some response from Fitzy, the stuff that we put together. We're going to play some spots, the hat company. Now, how are you going to do this?
Taita hats. Is the hat in there?
Yes, the red hat is in.
The red hat is in there, the one that we are actually giving away?
Yes.
We
How
should.
are you doing that?
Actually, why don't we put a social media post out?
Maybe we give it to our social media people.
Who are not there, but let's
Where
give it
are
to our
they?
social media people. Grace
Where's Grace?
and Skylar, they're coming.
Grace, here, I got something for you. We are actually going to put, this is a $250 hat that we are going to be giving out. Here you go. Put a social media.
It's a giveaway.
Giveaway together.
Come up with a reason to give it away. Okay. Thank you.
And I'm wearing one of the hats.
It's Taita, so we can tag the company as well.
Yeah.
Taita hats from Ecuador. Taita. I got a pink one. I love my pink hat.
I didn't know you were a teacher. I would never look at you the same after what you
All
told
the
me
things
today.
I just told you today?
That's right. Never
Because,
again.
you know, there are some things that
Never
you just-
again. Never again.
But
I
yes,
don't
my
buy-
passport is ready to go.
I don't buy into all that, any of that nonsense. We are straightening out and hanging new pieces of art. We have a piece. I should have kept one.
I did. It's on the chair because I'm going to buy it.
You know, what is it with you?
I buy everything. I
Michael!
don't know. It's a thing that
Bring me one of those metal pieces next to you.
I have this thing that when I see, can you bring me one of the metal pieces?
It's
The
next
new
to you,
pieces of
sitting
art?
over there.
That I love so much. Oh, look, I'm buying it. It would look beautiful here, but it's going to look beautiful
It's a
on my
good thing we got
patio.
away from Fitzy, because if we didn't get out of there, you probably would have bought the whole place.
This is the one I'm going to purchase and hang outside of my patio because I've got bluebirds and I've got cardinals and the sunflowers are all about, you know, flowers and growth. So I think this looks beautiful on my patio wall. That happens to be kind of like a mustardy yellow. So
We have 10 of them still left in the studio before
do.
Dawn buys them.
and they're all different and they're beautiful. We've got a
I like
compass.
the sun and the sun.
I know, I wouldn't take the sun from you. There's a blue sun, there's a yellow sun. These are
I
all
may end up buying them, but I got no place to put it. But I'm
These,
thinking about it.
these are all made from a local artist in Delray Beach. He's actually Haitian, and all of these are made from metal from the drum tins
The
in
drum
Haiti.
tin.
Drum tins. And it takes them about 6 days to make each one. They're all hand painted, all hand carved and hand produced, and they are only $120. They make incredible, incredible gifts. Beautiful to hang on the patio, and they're lightweight. So we're
Yes.
hanging these all around the studio. We've got a mermaid. We've got actually even a giraffe, butterflies, flowers,
You name it, we got
spectacular
it.
gifts.
And I want you to sign the petition because I wanted to hang them from the ceiling, and I was outvoted.
Yes.
But when you come in, the way they did it is okay.
Our insurance carrier decided no hanging metal objects swaying from the ceiling and fishing line. Yeah.
But it would have worked.
I love these. I think they're
The
absolutely
insurance guy
beautiful.
knows nothing.
Whoops.
Guy don't like ugly.
And it's caught.
Why don't you just hand it to Jay before you cut yourself on the metal?
I'm glad we hung them up because I
The
walked into
insurance-
them the other day.
insurance man says
Thank
to
you.
Keep it away. All right.
I love
So
that.
we have a lot of new stuff is coming in. We got hats. We're going to do a hat giveaway. We're going to have a hat party. We're going to have all sorts of parties going on. We have a lot of things coming your way to entertain you, to inform you, and everything in between.
Oh, get this. I sent my daughter a bag of the Kaizen electrolytes, which, you know, I love and I swear and live by. So I sent it to her. I didn't say anything. She started drinking. I go, how do you feel? She's like, I feel pretty good. I said, you feel any different? You feel happy or anything? She says, as a matter of fact, she's thinking, she's like, I'm not panicking as much.
Oh, Jesus.
She says, I feel happier. I feel, not as if things don't bother her, she goes, but I feel like I can handle things a little bit better. Her skin is not as dry. It's 30 degrees now in D.C., so her skin isn't as dry. She feels like she can just do more, and she has more energy.
She's doing more.
So
She's to do more kids.
I think that's pretty impressive testimonial.
I think so, too.
Right?
Absolutely.
So they're going to be joining us next week. They are at an event this week. They've sold, I think we've probably sold about 10 bags so far this month, which is pretty incredible.
And also, what's her name? Her following is
Christine.
Christine is following. They're buying bags, from what I understand, from her site.
Wonderful.
From her site. It's kind of interesting.
Very nice, but it's incredible product. So they will be here next week, the Kaizen coffee and electrolytes. But the fact that my daughter's enjoying it, and I love it. You know me, I support local. I support everything that we have here in the studio.
Yeah, I know. I have a toothache from all the support that you do. So Halloween's coming up in 2 days.
Halloween is coming on 2 days.
I wanted to ask our guest here what she's going to be. What are you going to be for Halloween?
Well, I already had my Halloween party, so I was the spider lady.
Oh.
Do you have pictures?
No,
You didn't send me a picture?
maybe from last year.
What did you look like?
I had a black dress with a spider hat. I had a spider on my shoulder and a spider on my handbag.
Wow, there was a radio show that looked just like that out in Seattle. What was her name at night?
Elvira.
Elvira.
Wasn't that like a sex show?
No, everything with you was sex. This morning was the pickles. Now it's the sex.
I didn't mean that. I just meant pickles.
Oh, yes, you did.
No.
Oh, yes.
We're talking about like some of the worst Halloween treats that you got as a kid, and we had a neighbor who gave pickles out. Literally, they were like wrapped in saran wrap,
pickles.
and they were like a whole. I didn't. They were like a whole pickle.
Elvira was a vampiress, a spider person.
You took that as the wrong way.
No, we all did.
Well, then you're all corrupt, is all I can tell
Yeah,
you.
right.
All bad.
So we all
boyfriends.
wanted to know what Dawn's pickle stories were.
That was it.
She hasn't told us.
Bad Halloween things that you got for candy and got pickles.
So we have Helen in studio. I don't know. This could be good news or bad news because things feel like they're changing, Helen. So we're gonna get to you. Let's roll Helen's open.
Okay, we're going to roll Helen's open. We haven't had Helen in a couple of weeks, so we'll have to see what the stars have in alignment. I don't know, yesterday the stars were shifted. The week of the full moon, everyone was like, we're sitting outside, the weather was beautiful, a lot of things, and we're changing clocks this weekend, so.
Pickle lady, take it easy.
Let's
All right, let's
roll
roll the open. She has the open. I want to clean up some homework with her. And we're back. Now I got some homework to clean up with you because I went. You told me that the Mets were out, that I was going to be happy. The Mets did win the first 2 series. They lost to the Dodgers. But the key word, I remember what you told me was that I was going to be very happy. I went to New York City. And for the first time in my life, I went to a playoff game at Citi Field, which used to be Shea Stadium. It's a new field. And I was very happy. Even though they lost, I didn't go once. I went twice.
Did you?
I went to the watch party on Friday night. And
At the stadium?
At the stadium.
Wow.
And I handed out tons of cars up in New York, and people were so freaking nice. I could not believe I was in New York City. So you were right. I was very happy. Went to the World Trade Center, Empire State. I went to a lot of places. So I guess transfer of happiness comes in a lot of different stages, not because the Mets lost, but because the all-around experience was very nice. I don't know whether to thank you or just to let people know you were right.
Well, there was a grand water trine that's been in effect for the last 10 days. And so we had Mars in Cancer, which is good for Pisces. We had Neptune and Saturn in Pisces. And all of that was energized by first Venus in Scorpio. Then we had Mercury and Sun in Scorpio. And now we're going to have the new moon on Friday in Scorpio. So the grand water trine is in effect until Sunday when the Mars goes into Leo.
What does that mean, though, for everyday people?
So the first thing about the Mars in Cancer, there was domestic issues, there was health issues. Aside from the success trine with the other water planets, which related to business and personal happiness, It was a rough time, with relatives, children, domestic issues, and health and stomach issues, and strain with the sun in Libra. So now all of that is abating, and we're looking forward to some positive energy from Mars in Leo, where it's going to be for a very long time because it's going to retrograde in Leo. And we're going to have, we have Venus in Sagittarius, a fire sign. We have the moon going into Sagittarius on Sunday. So it's going to be from grand water to grand fire. And then we're going to do our communications because all these wonderful Sagittarian happy planets are going to be opposite Jupiter. So it's a great time, to, as you were saying, to contact people. Foreign business will be enhanced, and communications are enhanced, and good ideas and brainstorming is a winner.
Now, when you say things like that, there's many levels, because I've learned that when you say things, there are different levels to communications. Let's say,
Right.
for example, because the world is a real dangerous place right now. And communication really, really would be a good thing. So maybe some people can start talking to one another instead of shooting missiles at one another. Maybe that's a good communication. So when you speak, are you speaking in general terms for the entire planet, for this country, for Europe per se? How does that work? Is everything unilateral for everybody across the planet?
So we're looking at the planetary movement from our position on Earth.
Right.
So if the planets are, say, Venus in Sagittarius, Mercury's going to be going into Sagittarius,
Right.
which is great for, social occasions. That relates to the world in general. Now, specifically per country, it depends on the horoscope of the country. It depends on the horoscope of the person as to how these fire sign planets, Sagittarius, relate to them, to the natal planets or the planets at the date of incorporation. And those planets, when someone is born or a country or a corporation is incorporated, they're like frozen into time and space. That is the influence for that entity. And then as the planets orbit around currently, it's making connections to those frozen planets and bringing about positive or negative results.
So if you and I flew to the Ukraine, let's say, and the two knuckleheads were sitting side by side, right? And I were to ask you, okay, what does can the future hold? What do you see in alignment? Would it be different, that outcome, than if I ask you to do it here?
Well, we're going into different time zones.
Everything.
So the rising sign and everything, the sign that's on the eastern horizon is going to be different than what it is here.
So it's a different...
So we're going to relate differently to different places.
I didn't know that. I thought that everything was generalized no matter where you were on a
But
planet.
it's a good question for people to realize and understand. It's based on your placement.
Right. So, it's called locational astrology. And when people move, if, like, say you're a Sagittarius or an Aries, you want to go to some place where Aries is positive.
Right. But it's interesting, because let's say that there's another Pisces in Spain.
Let's say you have a doppelganger in Spain who just looks like you,
A what?
same birthday, a doppelganger.
What the hell is that?
Looks like you,
A
sounds
twin.
like you, a twin.
Oh, Lord. It's just a person. It doesn't have to be a Doppler. Just a person. And I know this person. And we're born on the same day. It's pretty close.
Same
to
year?
No.
See, there's a difference.
I would like to find... If you were born March 19, 1962, and you were anywhere in Europe, I want you to send me an email or a text, because I want to see. I want to do this experiment. I want to see how that person in that country and me, how it looks like with her doing her thing.
But it's got to be the same year.
Same year, 1962.
Because I have a friend that lives here, same birthday, different year. We're similar, but not all the same.
Yeah, but that's here.
Exactly.
Tell her to go to Israel or something.
So people born on the same day, the sun is in the same position for both people because the sun goes exactly 30 days in a sign. So every year at the same time, it's in the same spot, give or take a degree. But the outer planets, the other planets, Mercury is 3 weeks, Venus is also a month. Mars is 6 weeks. Jupiter is a year. Saturn is 2.5 years. Uranus is 7 years. So it's those different rates of orbit that make the person unique. So, you may have something in common like, Sun, and maybe you both have Mercury in that Aries. So you'll have a little more in common, but the outer planets won't be the same. So you'll have different angles coming from the long-term planets that change your character and make the experiences you have similar but different.
So
That's so creepy.
the way things are right now, then, good for communication, making connections. This is
Here.
here.
So everywhere, in different ways, but everywhere in the world, we're going to have Mars in Leo, and we're going to have Venus and Mercury, and eventually Sun in Sagittarius. So we have a fire trine. We have a fire trine, which is an outgoing, enthusiastic, exuberant, energetic influence.
That starts Sunday.
It starts Sunday.
I'll take some energy
That's
for
freaking
sure.
amazing. So okay, so you just said that to us, right? Now we get on a plane this afternoon. We go to France, and I say to you, okay, tell me, are you going to tell me the same thing, or are you going to tell me something different because the two of us are in different places?
I'm going to say the same thing as far as the outer planets, but now in France is ruled by Leo.
You see?
So Mars is in
freaky.
Leo, so energized, and maybe some conflicts and maybe even some riots happening in France. So I would say it wouldn't be as good a time to go to France now because you could come up with some controversy. But on the other hand, people are moving, people are doing, people are starting new things in Leo, and France is probably on the forefront of that.
Okay, and in England, is it still Leo, or does it change?
England is Cancer country.
Wow, so it changes all over the world.
So now in England, we're finally off that Mars in Cancer. So things in England are going to be better weather-wise. Things in England are going to be better as far as communications with, people. And people will feel better.
Did you
In
know
England.
this?
No, and this country, we've had a
Is a
week
Cancer
left
country.
until our election, though. What's that? What's all?
So
this
we've had a
fire
lot
gonna
of
happen?
controversy. We've had a lot of back and forth with the election. People have said things. People have done things. People have refrained from doing things. People are traveling around, meeting people, talking to people, finding out what their hopes and fears are. And Cancer is an emotional sign. It's a brooding sign. So people are looking at the negative in life more so as the positive. Now, as the planets change and Mars goes into Leo, people are going to be more energized, people are going to be more sociable, people are going to get out of the misery of whatever their home life has offered in the past month. People are going to feel better. But then, some signs like Taurus and Scorpio and Aquarius are going to be more challenged by Mars in Leo.
What about this storm that's brewing in the
Near
south?
Cuba?
Now, the funny thing, and you correct me if I'm wrong, I'm going to have, what's her name?
Linda?
Summers. Linda's is going to come on tomorrow. I have a prediction that the hurricane is going to hit on Election Day. My prediction could be wrong. I hope it is.
Where's it going to hit?
That doesn't matter. It's going to alter everything. Watch. But that storm, anything you see brewing bad weather-wise?
I don't know. The eclipses are over, so the activity has, lessened greatly. I should have watched the weather, but I don't know what storm you mean. But we do have Mercury opposing Uranus and a couple stressful aspects, so we could have some storm issues, but I don't think anything really, really major.
Okay. That's good enough for me.
We
So
thought-
it's a good time to make new business?
It's a good time for new business. And in fact, Mercury is going backwards the third week around Thanksgiving in November. So if you're going to move ahead business-wise, now is the time to do it. If you're going to reach out to people, if you're going to communicate with people, now is the time to do it.
Man, we should have taken her to Fitzy. You know something? I can't believe that I let that slip through my fingers. I would have set it up, and if you have from another country, look, get your future read or something. We would have set up on the side there. She would have been so freaking busy. you would still be there. Because there's over 4,000 people, 6,000 people that went through this
That
thing.
first
today.
day was really
You know,
busy.
I haven't been feeling that great. I had the flu, as I told you, a couple weeks ago. And last week, I just didn't have the energy.
I would have given you vitamin C
To
and
go
carry you
there.
in there.
There's a lot of people that have been sick. We had guests scheduled for yesterday. I had 2 for today that canceled. They were sick. A lot of them
And
got
the-
sick at the
The
conference.
guitar guy also was sick.
So that's what I was saying
All
with
those
Mars
artists
and
got sick.
cancer. We had illnesses and stomach flus and things like that. But now
Donald
people are having
Onions.
more energy and be more enthusiastic and raring to go.
You know, but they say that you have to pick your moments. And I think, and now that I think about it, and the more I think about it, I should have picked you up, put a vitamin C in you, and wrap you up like a mummy, and bring you out there and unwrap you, and it would have been a phenomenal occurrence. Put a camera on that. Everybody would have come up to her. Because everybody wants to know what the future looks like in terms of making deals. Times are right, times are wrong, when to fly, when to not fly. I'm going to tell you, I was a little nervous about that. It's important because no matter how much information you get, if you do it right, things actually work out right. And we're going to be busy for the next 2 or 3 weeks, hopefully.
Amen, hopefully.
Starting today, to bring in new blood, new ideas, new creativity, new artists, new everything.
And so the moon is in Libra today, which is the sign of legal matters. So get your contract set. You know, write up your contract, add the clauses and addendums that you want for the new business. And don't overextend yourself. Don't promise too much, because when Mercury goes backwards, which will be from Thanksgiving until the middle of December, you're going to be called to account. So you want to, you know, have everything set up to where you can manage it.
So
What does
people shouldn't be
account mean?
traveling for Thanksgiving. You shouldn't be traveling for Thanksgiving.
You know, expect delays, expect bad weather, have alternate plans,
Wait a minute, wait a
check
minute.
your
What does account
reservations.
mean? Things go backwards?
Pardon me?
Things go backwards from Thanksgiving to the middle of December?
Yes.
Mercury does.
So also don't buy gifts during that time.
Oh, goodness. Better shop now then?
Now is a good time to shop. There's plenty of merchandise. You'll buy the right things. You won't get things that are broken. If you can't buy your gifts now and you're going to have to get your gifts together before the 16th, then, you know, send money or
I
gift
was told
cards.
that the day after Thanksgiving is Black Friday.
Yes.
And all the sales come out.
They already started,
Right.
though. You're good now.
What do you mean I'm good now?
All the Black Friday sales have started because, you
So then
know,
there's no more Black Friday?
there is, but everyone is so quick in commercialism in the United States and spending money. They've already started. Walmart's Black Friday sales, I think, are starting this week. I think BJ's is starting this week. You would
Really?
know because you're out in the stores all the time.
Right. So anyway, the thing is, get your gifts
now,
early.
Early.
Or if you're going to get last minute gifts, you may not be able to get what you want. You're going to have to, you know, give a gift card.
Or buy a hat. If you want a hat, we have a connection.
Why not support local, right?
Well,
I love
that's-
the hat. I think it's so great
The
on you.
local, they have a place in Miami.
I know.
But start early, start smart, spend money correctly. You know, if you're gonna get something that's good, not broken, doesn't work, or
Now, the other thing that's happening in November is, you know, as I said, Pluto is like in that last degree of Capricorn, which rules banking and finance and business in general. It's going to be changing signs in the middle of November into Aquarius. And so people are going to start rising up again. And freedom is going to be the main thing. Everybody wants to be free. Everybody wants to have a good living. And people are not going to stand for any kind of oppression. So
Any
we're
kind of
going to
what?
go into oppression. So we're going to go into that Pluto in Aquarius for the next 14 years.
That's in February?
No, that starts the middle of November.
November.
So from now to the middle of November is a good time to get your finances in order, to do your banking, to, like I said, go over your contracts and make sure they benefit you and everybody that you're signing with. So it's all, you know, even and everybody benefits.
You know, it's funny you say that because I got a phone call today from a gentleman who's going to be on the show tomorrow via the screen, that he does financing for new businesses.
How do you find you? Go from Anthony?
From Anthony interviewed him at Fitz. And his take, the way he's doing it, he does the CBD business, but he's also a banker. And he's offering these new programs that have come out to get people starting their businesses. I don't know if that's going to be a short-lived thing or whatever, but he wants to start it, and it goes exactly the way you're saying. To get your.
We should have Helen meet
stuff
with
in.
all the new businesses and vet
But this
them.
is what I'm saying. I can't believe that slipped right through me.
We should have Helen vet everyone.
So the new moon is in Scorpio on Friday is a good time for new beginnings, new business. And Scorpio is a sign that's very intuitive. They're very shrewd. They're very business and finance oriented. So it's a good time for them to start their brand. And also for Leo, Mars in Leo means it's a new 2-year work cycle. So things should be moving ahead, and you'll be off that Mars in Cancer, and the Aries people are going to start feeling a lot better.
Oh, amen.
It could have been interesting. She could have met Michael from Nigeria. She could have talked to the hat people from Ecuador yesterday. And the object of the game, what we want to do is we want to offer the services that we do and then give them a promising future. The only thing is that she says to me, she says, no, not you. You get a new line of business. Don't sign nothing. Then it becomes
So it's interesting because I'm thinking about when we founded the foundation and we founded our Amp Media.
Right.
That has to have a birth date, right? I guess the date of incorporation.
Yes.
And that all means something.
Right, so that's the horoscope of your company.
So the horoscope of Amp Media is February, so that's Aquarius.
So that's Aquarius, so you're going to be going global.
I don't think it started in February.
It started at the beginning of this year, and the Pluto was in Aquarius for several months until the summer, when it retrograded back into Capricorn.
And the foundation, I think, was in
you
March.
started a lot of business. You met a lot of people during that time, which was the time I started about the show.
I think it was March, not February.
March was the foundation. Amp as a whole was in February of 22.
Yeah. That every month.
So 2 separate things. February 11th.
So we need to do the horoscope for that day, February 11th, 2022,
People, we know-
see where the planets were, and relate them back to the planets of today.
And then we're going to look at the founding of the foundation. I'll go pull that and see what that was. I
And
think it
see
was
how that relates.
I think it was like March 28th, I want to say, of 24.
And how did you get November 1st being the anniversary date of here?
February 11th?
No, November 1st.
Because that's when we signed our lease for here.
You know that for a fact?
Factual, November 1st.
Yes.
I know. November 1st, which is Friday, we're going to be here officially. It actually kicked in
5
on the
years.
15th, but we signed it for the 1st. Remember, we held everything in that studio for 2
Yes.
weeks? At 5 years coming up on this Friday,
But
which
which is it, the
amazing.
15th or the 1st?
So November 1st is Scorpio. My birthday is November 2nd, so I fit right in.
Yes, you
Because
do.
my son and your son are in the same sign.
So if you're a Scorpio, there's a new, what is it, 2-year new business plan coming
A new moon.
for Scorpio?
The Mars in Leo is the 2-year new business plan. But for Scorpios, Mars is in the career house, so it's a good time to promote your brand and launch whatever business you want to.
Wow.
Interesting. What about for Aries? My brother's looking into a new line of business.
It's good for Aries. Like
Expansion.
I said, Aries is a fire sign. The Cancer is going away, so all the obstacles are melting away. And now we've got Venus in Sagittarius. Mercury will be going into Sagittarius. Mars will be going into Leo, which is like a fire triangle. So it's a time to move ahead, enthusiasm, meet people, meet and greet, mingle, and set up new business.
Let's go.
We have until Thanksgiving to get
Which we
it.
probably had anyway, because by Thanksgiving to Christmas, people pretty much check out. So of all the times, it's
So now
probably
if you're
an
going to
okay
plan
thing.
parties for the holiday season, plan them for after the 16th.
So let me ask you, because my strategy this time, because I know that it dies, is to go out on the road, to do more things on the outside, to do more conventions, to do more, because they throw a lot of parties in the holidays, right? So my idea is to go out and cover these things, to meet new people, to load up for January. It's really what it comes down to, because nobody does anything in December. Florida just becomes a tomb.
Between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Exactly. So how does it look like after Thanksgiving if I take it on the road and I do it outside just to meet and greet and sort of put whatever together?
I think meeting and greeting is the way to go. The sun will be in Sagittarius, then that's a time to meet and greet and do, like international things. And I would actually like to, do some readings at parties during the holiday season.
I think,
So if you can set that up, it would be great.
I know, we should have done it Fitzy.
Well,
really
we're going to
regret
bring
that.
her December 4th to our
December
event that we have
4th.
at Verena Del Rey.
Yes, you're going to come with us December 4th. Put it
Where's
in your
that?
calendar.
On Linton somewhere. It's at Independent Living. So we're going to be there doing a show, and then we'll find out about some other things. All right, let's take a commercial break. More to come with Helen Archer. See what other things our crew has put together. We've got some interviews that we took at Fitzy last week. We've got This Day in History and some more other great elements. So more to come. Follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV for exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Like and subscribe to Amp Media Productions as well as the Brooklyn Cafe Show, and get notified when all of our shows go live. More to come. We'll be right back.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, Tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Now, I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix, and that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Choice Home Warranty covers over 25 major home systems and appliances. That's your AC, heating, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and so much more.
Call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and more.
Call 800-920-3819.
Frank A. Ruffolo, a renowned author and screenwriter known for his books such as 10048, Blue Falcon, Memoir of a Soldier, and his latest, Samuel of Sarah. Check out his website, frankaruffolo.com, for more info or purchase his books on Amazon.
Amp Media Futures Foundation is a non-for-profit organization dedicated to providing college students with immersive opportunities in media production, marketing, business skills, and communication.
Interns will learn professional workflow skills in editing, video and radio broadcasting, public relations, digital media, graphic curriculum, and access to equipment to make a positive impact.
Amp Media Productions is a full-service production house with a variety of shows ranging from the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a very busy Wednesday.
Sarah Spiritual.
Right here on the Oldies station, you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
Call me Zena.
Teach by example, and that's what I try to do all the time, to teach by example.
You know, like,
Artist Law.
Using that term more. Yeah, lofties, yeah.
And Gypsy Soul.
They love music. It's like their favorite thing to go to.
I teach like preschool up to 12th grade.
Yeah, nice.
You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Amp Media Productions. Please like and subscribe to all of our shows.
I want to be in first class. Champagne, please.
Dying comfort.
Yeah, that's good. We offer opportunities to excel in the field of TV film production, social media management, video editing, set design, graphic design, sound engineering, journalism, and many more useful tools to help you land a career in the media business.
To volunteer or be a part of our team, or to make a donation of any size, please visit us at ampfutures.org. Help us to empower college students to create a positive impact with immersive hands-on experiences in media production. Help us amplify the future.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back, and we're here with a cut glass artist.
That's amazing, right?
How are you, Arnold?
I'm just doing just fine. Thank you very much.
How's the whole process working for you?
It's coming great. This is my third year. I was selected by Broward Cultural Division to be one of the artists. What I do is I use broken glass to create art, and that's what I do.
All right, so you hold this.
Okay.
Let's separate so they can show the...
Tell us a little bit about your art.
Yeah, so nothing is cut here. Everything have to be broken. I have never cut a piece of glass before.
Wow.
I order these online. They sell broken glass by the pound online. And this is where I get my glass from. I would say a few years ago I used to only use mirrors until I went to an art show and somebody said, why don't you use stained glass?
Beautiful.
And that's when I started to use stained glass.
No.
And,
you know what they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure, right?
Yes,
so you've taken
yes.
broken pieces of glass that would normally be thrown away and you've turned it into beautiful artwork.
Yes, and what happened 20 years ago, a mirror fell off my wall. So it fell off. I don't know if I was drinking. Anyway, as I was picking up the pieces, I saw a piece that looked like a person's hand. And that's how I got started.
Wow.
I never went to school. And it just started to evolve. And I'm out of Sunrise, Florida, and this is what I do.
What inspires you, your different pieces?
To be honest with you, it's always that one piece that's shaped a little different than other pieces. And that one piece would lead me to create something, because sometimes I don't know what I'm going to do. Sometimes I sit there and nothing comes. And sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning, oh, that one piece. And that's kind of what inspired me. This one was done when my wife was with my daughter in the rain, and they were running in the rain. And I saw this piece and I lifted out and I created a dress out of this.
Beautiful.
And this was my earlier passion, using only broken mirrors.
Beautiful. How do
you.
people find you and find your art?
They can find me at uncutglasspictures.com, or they can find me on Instagram. It's going to be Ferguson Oral. That's Ferguson Oral. I'm also on Facebook under Oral J. Ferguson.
Thank you so much. Such a pleasure. These
Thank
are beautiful.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we're back. See, that was fun.
I didn't realize that piece said vote until I'm watching it from here, from a different angle.
One man's garbage is another guy's
One man's
meal.
trash is another man's treasure. But you say it a different way.
Yes, garbage and meal.
Garbage and meal. Interesting.
Well, it was interesting that the
It just shows
artist,
you I like to shop and you like to eat. But bum.
except pickles.
Except pickles.
But it's interesting because at that stage of the game, they wanted to be interviewed
That was
because
day
they
2.
weren't getting
Traffic, right?
any traffic, and we interviewed them all. There's plenty of others that we're going to be playing throughout the shows and everything else. But nice gentleman, nice guy.
Some beautiful art, and actually one of the artists, MJ Stout, who was supposed to be here today, but she got sick. She's going to be joining us next Monday instead. She's going to be part of our fundraiser on December 13th, and she's going to paint a piece just for the studio, allow us to auction it off, and then we can take that image and make prints on it. So what kind of merch we want to do for it. So she's going to be here, and she loves to give back, and she wants to work with the foundation and all of the great things that we do right here at the studio.
Absolutely.
And Helen's going to be here. We're going to be doing some readings. So little by little, Tracy
Helen's
Newmom.
going to be here Tuesday or Monday?
Helen's going to be here for our party,
When is that?
December 13th, Friday the 13th.
We have a party on the 13th. When were you going to tell me?
I told you when we
When did she
planned it
tell
last
me?
week. Thank you.
You told me last week? I don't know last week.
I think I even told you the week before. Remember we even discussed the 2 dates?
Maybe
and we
I'll
went
put
for
it
the
in my phone.
13th.
December 13th, what time?
It's a Friday night, so probably around 5:30.
We're having a party?
Yes.
You're inviting people?
Of course.
We're putting tables out?
I think we're going to get some of those tall cocktail tables.
We're getting tall cocktail tables?
Remember that other cocktail event we did here?
I remember.
I think we'll do something like that.
Helen's coming?
Helen's coming.
Did you know about this?
She just found out.
You didn't know either, right? You see? And you knew, so it's you and Dawn knew. Nobody else.
Plenty of notice.
Plenty of notice. It gives
December
people 6 weeks.
13th?
And it's at the end of Mercury retrograde. So Helen, she said it's okay to do it on the 13th.
Is that why you
at
picked that day?
No, I did not know that.
Is that
until
our
just now.
Christmas party?
It could be.
What kind of party are you throwing?
It was really a party for the foundation and it's maybe a holiday party. So we can make it a Christmas party. And then we can make it,
Did you invite the crew?
it depends what day of the week, if they knew about it or not.
Well, she knows.
Jay's here every day.
How does she know? And you didn't tell me nothing.
You knew. What day is it?
I'm here every day too. I didn't
And
know.
I thought December 13th people will remember because it's a Friday the 13th and we're in Suite 13, so I thought it all kind of makes sense here.
Don't we have an event tomorrow?
You and I have a networking event
Well,
tomorrow evening.
it's not open to the public. Right?
Correct.
Okay.
Otherwise, I wanted to take Helen with me.
That one's by invitation only. I don't know why.
So
The
things,
next one you're coming.
and we're going to be doing a neighbor-to-neighbor event coming up in December 4th, and that's with Morse Life, and that's at Verena Del Rey off of Linton. It's an independent living facility. I think we've got some singers. Helen will come with us. Sally's going to come with us. Jay, and we're going to put a cafe
don't have a
show
singer
together.
yet.
You will.
I will.
I've got great faith
We
in
will
you.
be also on November. We're in November, right?
Mm-hmm.
October 30th.
That's tomorrow.
Don't we have tomorrow? Oh no, we have another event. We had another event. I lost it. The
So do we
30th.
have the calendar of events?
We're working on that, yes.
They just come fast and furious.
All
Well,
of a
you need to
sudden,
have
Helen,
things going. I mean, the season is on. You want to be,
all
you
of a
wanna have
sudden,
things.
things are
happening.
happening, which is
There
really,
was
really
another
good.
event. There was the 30th.
We're going to be at Tabling Tuesday on Tuesday
No,
at Lynn.
not that one. Not that one. It was another event.
I'm going to get you a calendar.
I forget where I put it.
That is so true.
But I know there was another event because it's the 30th and there's the 4th, but there's something before that.
Did you have a favorite Fitzy interview that you did?
Favorite? Let me think. We did so many.
We did so many.
The ones from Ecuador. Yeah, I had people across and then the one across the way from...
The shoe people I loved. I've got to get them in. I thought they were coming yesterday, but
the shoe people were very nice.
I got to get a hold of the shoe people. They were lovely. They have a showroom as
And
well.
I got to meet the producer, the record producer from Jamaica. And I don't know, do we have that lady? She took the bag of coffee. Do we have her name? Have a card?
I don't know who it was, but we've got our cards. We've got a lot of cards, so we've been
Fast
going through
and
them.
Furious. There were so many people. You would have gone with me, you would still be there. Seriously.
I know. I'm sorry I missed it.
It was amazing. And there was so many vendors, so many people, so many awards, and so many announcements of new programs that are happening here in Florida. They're going to be holding the World Cup is coming to Miami.
FIFA?
FIFA and 26. That's an amazing accomplishment. This town is going to be upside down. The traffic is going to be, I'm leaving.
Did you see Dwayne Wade came out and he said, for people who are criticizing his statue, until you're the artist, until you understand the elements in Florida, until you understand what it takes to be a part of this process, and until you have a statue in front of the arena that you played in and gave your life to, just say nothing and appreciate it. He's so happy with it, so happy with the process.
How many people get a statue?
That's what he said.
I mean, it doesn't look like him, or maybe it's a young Wade. I don't know. This is our house, is the way. It looks like it says that.
He said, I guess that was when he won. That was his motions. They took it off, and it was younger, right? That was the picture.
Younger. He didn't have the beard, and you know the problem is that it's not easy to make something out of bronze.
That's what he said. He said
Tom Seaver doesn't look like him either at Citi Field.
And they're right on the bay, right? So you've got the salt water, you've got the humidity, you've got salt air, you've got the heat in Florida. There's only certain elements that could be there. And he's like, you know what, everyone? When you have a statue in the arena, then you can say, but right now he's so happy and he loves it and he's so grateful to everybody.
I wish.
And he said he was a part of it every step of the way.
Will you put a statue in front of this building when I pass?
You're not going anywhere.
But when I do.
You're not going anywhere. In front of this building?
Yeah. Get an artist, put it up there. No? Why wouldn't you do
I don't want to
this?
even
Is
think
what I
about
mean.
it.
I get nothing.
I don't even want to think about that.
I get nothing. I want a statue of me like this. My house.
Why don't you have a living statue of you now?
Thank you. I can't
Why
even
wait?
go to that other situation.
Do you know there was a time that they did, what is it when you die, they do that party, what's it called?
Celebration of life.
Celebration of life for me here.
We did.
And people thought that I had died. So friends of mine from Miami were coming up here with flowers and cards. It was scary. And a friend of mine, she still doesn't talk to me because she says, "You're alive, you idiot." So I know what the celebration of life felt that day. It was unbelievable.
Nate, you have another Fitzy piece? All right, let's play another Fitzy piece, give you all a little bit of a feel of what it was like on day 2. Check it out.
Hey guys, I'm here with Dawn Biggie, who makes these wonderful jellyfish art, pieces of art. Did you want to go and introduce yourself real quick?
Hi, I'm Dawn Biggie. I'm D Biggie Art. I'm a biologist and an artist, and what I do is help sea turtles through selling art. So a portion of every sale goes to sea turtle conservation.
All right. Do you work with a certain...
I work with the Marine Environmental Education Center, also known as the MEEC, on Hollywood Beach.
Awesome. Are you based here in Broward?
Yep.
Awesome. Do you have a website you want to plug?
It's dbiggieart.com.
dbiggieart.
So I do sea turtle paintings, and I'd make jellyfish, which are the preferred food of the leatherback. It's also a reminder to be careful with plastics because they can confuse those with food.
Wow, very good point. There's learning in this art as well as it just looks beautiful. It looks amazing. All right, if you guys are interested in buying these pieces of art, go to dbiggieart.com. Thank you so much.
And that interview was brought to you by Anthony, who does our newsletter. And there are certain numbers that he's done. G-Man did a few. The foundation was a big part of what we did at Fitzy. As a matter of fact, they came to me saying, so you're the school with the foundation. You're the school with the foundation when you guys left me. So we included them in a lot of aspects of what we've done. Alex did some marketing as well. Just to give everybody a little credit, we'll be playing these pieces as well. He didn't do bad. He looked a little nervous, but...
And the funny thing about Dawn, her name was Masler when we met her 9 years ago up at iHeart. Masler. And she is an author, was an author. She wrote a book called Men Chase, Women Choose. And after a certain time period in your relationship, things go awry. That love, draw, lust kind of situation changes as the years go on. So women choose at that point whether they're staying or whether they're not. And then she subsequently got married, and now she is an artist as well.
She got married, and you know what? The whole book went out the window. But anyway, it's a different...
Jalen, we have another one? We're going to see if we've got another piece for you. But December 13th, save the date on that. More information coming. We have another one to pop in before we head out. And Helen's interesting. I was telling you about my brother. So today, actually, he's being honored for 25 years at his company that he's an architect. He's a developer up in Orlando. and he is now doing some extra things he's going to be doing as architect, planning in Tampa to buy a plot of land and doing some other things. But you're absolutely right. He has to clean up some relationship things first, clear out some of those money things. It's all going to happen this week, actually. He's going to clear up that and take some of the proceeds and buy a plot of land over in Bradenton. Actually, in Bradenton, to put up some affordable housing is what he's doing.
I think that's great.
And you were like right on the money. He's cleaning it up this week, the finances, the everything, and then he's moving on to his next, I guess,
You gotta listen
cycle.
to Helen. Helen, how do people find you to get a reading?
I'm on Cosmic Astrology Society, and if you're going to have a party, I'd be happy to come and do readings for every one of your friends.
That would be fun to have a party, together.
Oh, December 13th, we're doing that.
No, I'm saying for people that are watching.
Yes, absolutely.
At a
It's
private
whole lot of
home, if you have 8 friends, 6 friends, 10 friends.
It's like a Tupperware party.
And have them all have readings at a discount.
It's like a Tupperware party. We got musicians, we got people who will cater it for you or cook for you.
Cocktail parties, cocktail concierge with Tracy Latome.
And this is the time of year when a lot of companies thank people that they did business with. So look out for that at the end of November, beginning of December. That's when I want to put these packages together, and we can put her as part of the package. She's entertainment on itself.
So now, as you showed these segments of people with their artwork, now that the planets are in Scorpio, it's a creative sign. The planet's in Pisces, it's a creative sign. So now's the time. Everybody has an ability to create something, whether it's art or fashion or whatever, technology. Now's the time to work on that, and you want to bring it out before the end of November.
Excellent.
All right, we have one more piece.
All right, let's pop the piece
Pop
in.
one
You
more
wanna say
piece
goodbye?
in. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Fitzy, thank you again for everything, and we will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Sounds good.
Hey, welcome. And here we begin is this the art section?
We haven't had a chance to go through the art, but we're live at Fitzy on day 2, which is the Florida International Trade and Cultural Expo. It's been amazing. Yesterday was so jam-packed walking through the expo center that we did not have a chance to check in with the artists. But, we found our very own G-Man, because we got our very own G-Man back at the table. So we need to talk to G-Man and Kathy about their art. Thank you so much for joining us for this interview. Tell us about your art and what you put together in the Heart of Abraham, of course.
Yeah, we are G-Man Production, and Kathy and me, we are in business for the almost 7 years now. So the beginning of my art was started by around age of 4, and I was always my entire life I was in the art because as a gift or whatever. But and those sculptures come from my trees, the mango trees. He was 60 years old and he was old, was weak, so I cut it down and decided to save the wood. And for 4 years he dried in my yard. And after 4 years, I said he was ready to go. So I just give him another life. And art is for people to know it's always a good place on earth to be quiet and calm and be happy and be find, I want to say love, but find something would make you calm and very useful in life.
Have you always been a sculptor?
I must say, yeah, kind of. As I was with the design, carpentry, always touched wood, metal, and everything, glass. And 7 years ago, I decided to make it as a business, and I just love it.
So G-Man is the lead artist of G-Man Production, Art for Your Heart, and my name is Kathy. I'm his wife, and I run our business. And we provide art here in Broward County, and at this event, we're sponsored by the Broward Cultural Division, and they partner with the Fitzy team to bring you Broward artists. So for G-Man Production, G-Man sculpts and uses the mango wood from our mango tree, which was 60 years old, in Broward County. And he dried that wood, as he said, and he brings you his peace, love, and happiness through that tree and through the hearts in the tree. So, for example, he makes these pieces out of the mango tree. This piece, as you can see, is 4 inches thick from the center of this 60-year-old mango tree that had passed away, and G-Man saved it to bring it to you. He also then used the coral rock from our garden and inlaid the coral as a heart into the tree. Next, on the table, you see a picture of G-Man at work. So you see him with the raw mango wood and the tools he uses to shape the wood. G-Man has a lot of messages to share with his hearts. You also see an example of an Om sign here, which is the sound you make when you meditate. Om. So this is inlaid sand, red-colored sand. And then one story I particularly like from G-Man is our Heart of Abraham. So G-Man tends to use the wood shaped by God. So this hole was already in the wood. And G-Man made the heart around the hole. And he saw coming out of that the heart of Abraham, the pain that Abraham felt in the Old Testament when he was put to the test to sacrifice his son Isaac. And he climbed up the mountain to make that sacrifice and was stopped by an angel. And so G-Man used the natural look of this wood and fired it with a torch to enhance the natural beauty of the wood.
How do people find you locally or online if they're not local?
We're at Facebook, G.Man Production, Hollywood, Florida. And you can reach us at 954-205-6444. And you can also reach us at gmansart.com.
Thank you so much.
And as you see, Kathy, she's the manager of the business.
Very good. Very well spoken.
Thank you very
Beautiful
much.
art.
Beautiful art. I
Beautiful
appreciate it.
Got to come out and check it out.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.